December 24th, 2008. A night meant for joy, warmth, and family. But in a quiet suburban neighborhood in Covina, California, a Christmas Eve gathering would become one of the most horrifying holiday tragedies in recent history. A man dressed as Santa Claus would turn a joyful celebration into a scene of terror. This is the story of the Covina Massacre. The Ortega family, like many families, had gathered at their home for a Christmas Eve party, spanning multiple generations, from grandparents to grandchildren. The house on East Canal Crest Drive was filled with laughter, gifts, and the aroma of holiday meal. But behind this festive facade, tensions simmered. Bruce Jeffrey Pardo, the perpetrator, was facing the finalizations of a bitter divorce and harbored anger towards his ex-wife and her family. Unbeknownst to the Ortegas, danger was approaching, disguised in red and white. Bruce Jeffrey Pardo, 45 years old, had no prior criminal record. He was recently divorced from Sylvia Ortega Pardo, daughter of the Ortega family. Frustrated, humiliated, and financially burdened, he felt wronged by the divorce settlement. Pardo had planned his attack meticulously. He purchased firearms, ammunition, and a custom Santa suit to gain access to the family party undetected. The events that followed would shock the entire community. At approximately 11:30 p.m., Pardo arrived at the Ortega home, dressed in the Santa suit. The first to greet him was 8-year-old Leticia Yusef-Poleski, the niece of Sylvia Ortega. Excited to see Santa, she was immediately shot in the face. Pardo then moved through the home, firing multiple 9mm handguns at family members. Reports indicate he carried 4 semi-automatic pistols, firing indiscriminately. After the shooting, he ignited a fire using a booby-trapped gift box containing fuel, causing an explosion that consumed the house. 9 people were killed, and several others were seriously injured. The home, once filled with laughter, became a scene of unimaginable horror. The victims of this included Sylvia Ortega Pardo, who was 43, Alicia Sotomayor Ortega, who was 70, Joseph S. Ortega, who was 79, Charles Ortega, who was 50, Cherry Lynn Ortega, who was 45, James Ortega, 52, Teresa Ortega, 52, Alicia Ortega Ortiz, who was 46, and Michael Andre Ortiz, 17. Each name represents a life cut tragically short, a family destroyed, and a community forever scarred. Investigators concluded that Pardo's primary motive was revenge against his ex-wife and her family. The combination of financial strain, perceived humiliation, and emotional instability fueled his meticulous planning. He targeted the family during their holiday celebration, a time when they felt safe and joyous, amplifying the shock and horror of his actions. After committing the massacre, Pardo removed the Santa suit and fled in a rental car. He drove to his brother's residence in Selmar, where he later died by Sudoku via self-inflicted gunshot. Investigators found the rental car rigged with explosives, fuel, and firearms, indicating he may have planned further attacks. The plot, fortunately, ended there, but not without leaving an indelible scar on the community. The Covina massacre serves as a stark reminder of how domestic grievances, when left unchecked, can erupt into unimaginable violence. The community mourned, the victims' families grieved, and Christmas Eve would forever be changed, not for joy, but for tragedy. Even today, the echoes of that night linger, a chilling testament to the fragility of safety and the darkness that sometimes arrives in a Santa suit. On the night meant for celebration, the Covina massacre shattered the illusion of holiday peace. For every tradition, every ornament, every festive gathering, we are reminded that the brightest lights can cast the darkest shadows. This was the night of the Santa suit, a Christmas Eve that no one would ever forget.